This is Nick Nielsen, Scientist of Muscle, and what I've got for you today here is one of my favorite exercises for developing the entire posterior chain. Specifically in this case, the glutes, the lower back, and hamstrings. Now, what this is what I call a modified Romanian deadlift, where you're using somewhat similar mechanics to the Romanian deadlift, which is this exercise where you come about halfway down and then back up, basically until you get a stretch in the hamstrings. With this version, you're going to be lifting directly off the floor on each rep. So you're resetting your body completely on each rep into the perfect position for doing the exercise. Similar to a stiff-legged deadlift, but in this case, more like the soft knees, the bent knees of the Romanian deadlift. So, what you want to do here, grip yourself onto the bar. Knees are slightly bent. You want to pull an arch into your lower back. So basically, imagine as though you're starting to pull off the floor, but pulling your rib cage down in towards your knees, towards your thighs. This immediately pulls a good arch into the lower back. Brace the core, then you're going to actually start the movement, not by imagining as though you're deadlifting, but that you're drawing the bar upwards. So this drawing kind of movement is what targets the hamstrings. A good analogy for this is a bull pawing the ground. So you want to actually dig into the ground and imagine as though you're trying to accelerate your body forward. This immediately activates the hamstrings. So we show you the exercise. You can use a good amount of weight for this. I've got 365 on the bar. You're going to see me on every single rep, setting the bar down fully on the floor, resetting my body position, and then going again. I'm using lifting hooks for this. I do recommend using a double overhand grip. Once you get to the point where the bar is going to start rolling on you, grip assistance like straps or hooks is very effective. So strap in, pull down. This is an exercise that I absolutely recommend you do low reps with. This is not suited for high rep training. This one's really targeted to developing power. And to do that, we're looking for low reps, heavy weight. Now, what I've got here is a direct side view of the exercise. I put another 20 pounds on the bar, so I'm doing 385 for this exercise on this one right now. So I'll kind of really emphasize the grip on and then the pull down into position so you see what I'm talking about. This is really the key to the exercise. Get that bar in close and then pull into position. That pull involves rotation at the hip, which immediately puts a stretch on the hamstrings, which means you're going to feel them working a lot better and you're going to be stronger when you're doing the actual movement. So here's what it looks like. Doing this exercise, because this is a very low rep, heavy loading exercise, what you want to do is take a good amount of rest in between sets. Now I'm talking 2 to 3 minutes in between sets, even though you're doing just 1, 2, or 3 reps. So I did 365, 385, now I've got to do 405 for a single, and that'll be my peak weight for this exercise. Now again, when you start getting into the really high heavy weights like this, you really want to make sure you're bracing your core solidly, you're keeping that arch tight in your lower back, and as you're coming up, you're not rounding over at all. So if you start to feel like you're rounding over, don't do the rep, don't progress the exercise essentially until you can earn that load with proper lower back position. So here's what this looks like. You can see, when you get to the heavier loads, it is a grinding kind of rep. Make sure you're not losing position, even as you're grinding, trying as hard as you can to move weight as fast as you can, even though it's going slow as molasses all the way up. So come to the top, Inhale, exhale. Again, brace the core, brace everything for the descent on the way down. You can just lower it quickly. What I like to do is lower it under control, keeping that bracing, making sure that I'm not compromising my lower back in any way, shape, or form. So that's the exercise, modified RDL off the floor. Give it a try. I think you're going to really like it. I love this one for developing power in the hips.